House. First caller of the night.
Hang up on that mother.
You have to do it. You have to do it, Barry. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I just got elected mayor.
What's that?
I was wondering what advice you give.
Sorry. Say, who are we speaking with here?
My name is Aaron. I just got elected mayor.
Aaron, you just got elected mayor of where?
I prefer not to say.
Campaigning's over.
Okay, well, I'm going to say my bullshit detector's going off pretty hard. What do you think, Barry Ribs?
That deserves a hang up, right?
Maybe he is the mayor, though.
Mayor of, yeah, but he can't say
Could
where.
he be like a town of 60 people? Do those exist?
It's a town of 2,000 people. If you are going to hang up, I'll tell you the name.
No. We're not going to hang up. You got us hooked. Okay, so you just got elected mayor of a 2,000 person town. What was your platform?
To fix the water in our town and to decrease the amount of new houses coming in. We're a town of about 1,200 homes, and they're trying to bring 12,000 homes in.
So it sounds pretty legit. It sounds like this guy is probably the mayor of a town in America.
Can you give us the state at least?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Okay, so you just got. What's the problem? You don't want the town to grow too large.
Yeah, the people in the town are very happy with a small town feel, and they are worried that 12,000 new homes are going to destroy that, not to mention our water concerns here in Colorado.
What are the water concerns?
Well, the water raised by 30% in 1 month last year.
Like the water level?
Being in the high plains, we don't have a lot of water, and running out of water is a big issue. We have a lot of farms in our area, too.
Oh, okay, pretty cool. Well, congrats. When did you get elected? You're not the incumbent. You beat the incumbent.
Correct. I beat the incumbent. I got 60%. First time ever trying.
Hell yeah, dude. Honestly, that's pretty cool that someone who listens to this dumbass shit is a mayor of a town. Congratulations to you. So what did you want to ask?
Wanted to get some advice from you and the boys.
Yeah. Go shoot.
So if you were the mayor, Danny,
Yeah.
and the guests here, what would you do if you were elected the first thing?
The first, Drew?
First thing I would do is remember the names of the guests. Okay, that's very important when you're the mayor, is to remember the names of people.
You
that
gotta
are coming
know.
through
Yeah,
your
that
office.
must be actually kind of shitty. Like you gotta probably. So you must be a huge celebrity in town, right?
Yeah, I'm basically the biggest libertarian in Colorado at this point.
You're a libertarian.
Wow.
Badass. So you're a libertarian mayor. I bet we could Google this and find out this
He's
guy
using his
pretty quickly.
He's using his lack of government to shut down private business.
What would I do if I were the mayor? I mean, I guess you try to just,
I would let that power go right to your head.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. First week, let it all sink in.
They give you an office and stuff? Like what's a mayor? What's the day-to-day of a mayor in a town of 2,000?
So it is not a full-time position. I'm not quitting my day job.
Oh, okay, interesting. Isn't that like a conflict though? Can you say what you do as your day job?
I'm a registered nurse. I do workman's comp case management.
Okay, so you're a registered nurse, and then you're also the mayor.
Wow.
Sounds like a really shitty Canadian TV show.
Right?
As someone who's from Canada, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm racking my brain because I honestly think there's a show
Yeah.
that is like this premise. Something from Dan for Mayor. That's what it is. Yeah, there is a show. Okay. So what would I do? I don't know. That's a tough one. So you don't have that much power. Like, what's the most can you do? You can't raise taxes, can you?
Well, I can do everything. Our system has the mayor as the leader of a board of trustees. Fortunately, I got elected 3 board of trustee members that are on my side, so I do have full control. So
you know what I would actually
do? Pretty much anything.
To keep people on their toes, I would fire one person first day.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like when you're like the new GM of a sports team,
Yeah.
or whatever, and they just clean house.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would clean house.
Yep.
That's what I would do. I'd clean house. Although
Well,
the problem is there's only 2,000 people there, so they're like, yeah, there's nobody else to replace us.
It's going to be the same guy applying for
Barry,
the job
what would
again.
you do?
Well, I got a question for the mayor, and congratulations. When do you start your side hustle?
I start on Monday.
and you get sworn in, and you're going to tell the truth and stuff, right? I mean, you're going to be
Barry, he's a mayor, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, all politicians are honest.
So Monday,
Yes, obviously.
Monday you get sworn in, and then you got to go to the hospital afterwards. I guess, right?
Yeah, depending on what shift he has.
Gotcha.
So Barry, what would you do?
What would I do first day as mayor?
Yeah, he's trying to get some advice here.
Well, you talk about cleaning house. I get my AR-15 and clean house it's Colorado. Clean
Yeah.
house like a
That's right.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he meant when he
Yeah, I
said he
don't
could do
think-
anything and had total control. I
Yeah,
think
yeah. This isn't like a Pablo Escobar scenario where he like ran
Yeah.
for governor or
First
whatever
thing,
the fuck.
first thing you do, get rid of all the laws. Next thing, start killing everybody. What a great plan.
I mean, you know what I would do to get because there must be some intersection in your town where everybody's just been complaining that the light's too long.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's like such a normal small town problem. Everybody's like,
Totally.
this fucking light.
There's only one light, right?
Probably, or maybe not one light, but you know, there's just always that thing. I know in
Yeah.
Canada, in Ontario, it was always that thing where you'd be like driving through some small town at like midnight.
Yeah.
And you hit a light and it would be like a 2-minute light and there wouldn't be one person
Yeah.
for 10 miles.
Yeah, you're like, how do we have facial recognition cameras, but we can't figure out switching red to green
Yeah.
at the right time?
Do you have that in your town?
No, it's really funny you bring this up, actually. We do not have a single traffic light. And that is
Wow.
the biggest thing that people want is a traffic light by the high school.
See?
Because there have been 6
All right. Well, there you go.
killed
So
in
to
the
not,
last year.
so you don't want to give him too much. So actually, one of our chat asked Orion. He asked, "Were you a volunteer firefighter?" He wants to know.
I have never been a volunteer firefighter.
Never been a volunteer firefighter. Okay, I
trying
don't
to
know why.
crack the
I don't know
case.
why he wanted to know that, but maybe he's searching right now.
He's
Actually,
trying to
He needs
figure
a
out who
lot
this
clue.
mayor is. Yeah.
So, do you guys have the budget? Where would you get the money? How much is a new traffic light? Must be
So
expensive.
this is the whole issue. The big problem is that the Colorado Department of Transportation is the one that manages this whole thing. So they don't want to put a traffic light in. They say not enough people have died there yet.
Yeah.
When we've had 6 people die in the last year.
You've had
So-
6 people in a town of 2,000 die at this intersection.
Right by the high school. Yes, sir.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot. I mean, as a percentage of the population,
that's a
that's
lot.
It's like 0.5%
that's
of the
a
population of the
staggering
town is dead.
amount. I mean, if you
Thank you.
extrapolated that to
Thank
the
you.
entire American base, what were we talking about? Millions, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's that. Yeah, yeah. That's,
Over 1 million people.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's what they do with traffic stuff. Dude. There was an exit like that in the town I lived in New Hampshire, and it took 3 people dying on like the curve and flying off the road in the rain for them to be like, all right, we'll put up a guardrail. It's like,
They work
it's
on
crazy.
stats. They work on stats.
Yeah, yeah.
There's got to be enough people
That's
that die
fucking
and shit.
morbid, though. Maybe you need to. Maybe people need to start faking their deaths in your town.
Or yeah,
We need to think about this like you can't think about this as a civil servant because your probably hands are pretty tied in terms of what you could do. You probably need to think of this as more like the movie Dirty Work.
yeah. This is a publicity stunt.
Yeah, like you need to
Yeah.
you need to shame the Department of Transportation of Colorado so much that they're like, yeah, we have no option other than
Yeah. You gotta start
Yeah.
a TikTok channel.
like remember in Dirty Work where he
Get the
puts
word
all the
out.
dead prostitutes in the cars, trunks of the cars.
Yeah.
You need something along those lines, but with
Mr. Mayor, are you presently high as we speak?
I'm not at the moment.
No,
not at the
but,
moment.
but you
it's
smoke.
Colorado.
You smoke, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't in Colorado?
Everybody smokes, right?
How's that pertinent?
I don't know.
We're trying to solve a problem here, Barry Ribs. People are dying. You're just sitting over there laughing.
Do it.
People are dying, Barry
do
Ribs.
a GoFundMe. Everybody does a GoFundMe for everything.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Okay, are you allowed if you came up with the funds? But I guess there's like a maintenance required, so like an annual maintenance. But if you came up with the funds, do you have an idea of how much this costs?
Yeah, I can definitely jump in here. So we have received promises of $100,000 from 4 different of the local communities,
Nice.
plus our town with $200,000, and that would be more than enough for a traffic light to be installed.
I would
Yeah.
fucking
But again,
hope
with
so.
the regulations for the state, they say a roundabout needs to be installed, which will cost $14 million to solve the problem.
Dude, I will build you a roundabout for half that price right now by myself. Are you kidding me?
Dude, yeah.
$7 million to turn a T into a circle? What a fucking joke.
I mean, what is it? Why does it cost so much for a roundabout?
Well, yeah,
There's
that
no
they
electric-
say.
It's union.
Did they say
Yeah,
that
it's the
there's all the
unions.
lines underneath? There's the
Right,
irrigation, there's the
yeah.
electrical,
There's a lot that goes into a
all the
roundabout.
government.
Okay,
bullshit.
this is what you need to do. Okay, I think I have this figured out. Do you have any trans people in your city?
Maybe one.
Okay, that's fine. That's all you need, right? So
The
you
maybe
need
is
one.
enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
so maybe one because they're all kind of maybe.
Trans
and
as
then
in transportation or the other trans?
transgender.
Trans-
Yeah,
yeah, you gotta-
Barry, keep up. So this is what you need to do. You need to basically get that person to now be a full-time traffic person, essentially, like a traffic cop.
Yep.
Like swear them in.
Okay.
So they're just doing the job of a traffic light. Right? And then
Yep.
what you need to happen is you need to then have obviously you don't want to get them hurt or anything, but enough close calls. Because like one trans person, because I guarantee you the 6 people who died, they were just cis people. right?
Boring.
Boring. Nobody cares.
Heard of that.
Right? So you need to get people, high value people, to get like, in danger, and then it'll just become such a shitstorm that they'll have to do it.
They have to be flamboyant?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it could be any sort of. It can even be non-binary.
Gotcha.
It's fine. They just have to.
They can even decide that day, for that matter. I mean,
there-
you could do it. if you
Yeah.
This
want.
is a translation sheet for me because I don't know half of the fucking shit you just
Barry,
said.
you don't know any of this stuff?
I hear it from time to time, but I don't know
You don't
the
know what
definition.
transgender is?
Yeah, that I know. That's of my time. But
Yeah, what about
but your
non-binary?
but your generation came up with sissies, binary. How can I keep up on your fucking lingo and shit?
Barry, okay, so cisgender is every person, essentially. Almost every person on
Hold on.
Earth
You
is
got a piece of
cisgender.
paper and shit?
I don't know. We don't provide that kind
I'm
of
just
stuff.
gonna store it in my
Cisgender is almost every person on Earth.
Yeah.
cisgender.
All
gotcha.
it says is that you're a man biologically, and then you're also a man, your gender.
Yeah, it's because
Gotcha.
saying normal is hate speech. You have to
Essentially,
say
I'm,
right.
cis.
I'm a man.
Yeah,
I'm a
you're
man.
cis. We're all cisgender, I assume.
I'm a
right?
cisgender. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, especially. So they have all this money earmarked, and they still won't do it. They're just like, you got to do a roundabout.
Correct. Yeah.
You know
Our
what?
budget
Maybe
doesn't
you
matter.
need- maybe you need
Ultimately,
to
we
make
have
some-
to kowtow to.
Maybe you need to make some like Trump style, like campaign videos, like where you're going to drain
Yeah.
the swamp.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
sounds
yeah.
like you have a bit of a swamp to drain there.
Without a doubt, but I mean, again, in Colorado, our swamp is Democratic entirely. We have Governor Polis and the state that is
Well, he's the
80%
first. Is he?
Democrat.
Is he? I believe he's the first openly gay governor in America, right?
I believe
So they say.
So they say-
That's my favorite conspiracy is that he's not actually gay. He's just doing it for politics.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I would say back to my idea of having a transgender, like crossing guard or whatever traffic
Yeah.
person. You would be kind of
Even if they-
appealing to his sensitivities.
even
his
if they just get
sensibilities.
an offender
Sure.
bender, they don't even need to be a. It
Sure.
can be a pretty simple accident.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
It's just the problem I imagine what's the demographics of this town? Just all white,
95%, yeah.
and that's your problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You're not going to get anybody to care about that. Okay, well, you know what? Try one of these things, and you know what? Feel free to call back anytime you want. This is, I mean, if we're fixing municipal issues like this, you get a priority. You can even text the line, and I'll call you if you're
Yeah.
unable to get through.
I want to know how this gets resolved.
Yeah, I want to know how to get this resolved. I would like to. I'm actually going to maybe, if it's okay with you, I'm going to save your number, and we're going to follow up at some
Yeah.
point.
And have you
Please.
been called? Have you been called Mr. Mayor yet? That must be a rush.
It is, I wouldn't say it's a rush. It's definitely a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Are there people coming out of the woodwork? Like if you won the lottery?
Somewhat. I must say it's pretty funny how many people that work for the town that had the previous mayor's signs in their yards that have stopped by and said hello and congratulations and good luck.
Of
And
course,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you are you like, yeah, where were you fucking 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Let me see
scumbag?
who you voted for.
and you're open for graft and all. They still call it graft.
Graft is a word, yeah.
You're open for that, right, Mr. Mayor?
no. No, he does the things above board, Barry Ribs.
Got you. Well, in America, we do it
above the
differently.
board.
We do it differently than Canada, I think. You know.
I don't think so. No, this guy's a libertarian. This guy's all above board.
He is the board. That's what
He
he
is
said
the board.
earlier.
Libertarian is like liberal, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, last question, and then we're gonna let you go. How often do you have to hold yourself back from saying "I am the law"?
Well, again, I will be sworn in on Monday,
Oh,
so
so you
I
haven't had
assume it will
that.
be once a week.
Okay. Please call back. Can you call back next week? We want an update on how your swearing in went.
No problem.
All
Danny.
right,
Thank you for your
Mr.
time.
Mayor, thank you for calling in.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Great call.
The mayor, dude.
Excellent call.
Take care.
Thank you.
Dude, imagine going to the hospital. You rolled your ankle, and the fucking mayor comes and takes your temperature and your blood pressure and shit.
Yeah, but more importantly, you got beef with the mayor.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm trying to get a fucking power line
Yeah.
set up or whatever. Like, I'm
I
trying
wanted
to
those houses to come in. I had a lot of money riding on that fucking deal.
Yeah, the guy who's like taping your ankle
Yeah,
also
he's putting an
fuck
IV
you
in
out
your
of this
eye.
deal.
I can't find the vein. Yeah.